had the strangest dream, if you want to call it dream, because I wasn't all the way asleep. And I don't know what this means, but I know that I was in my bedroom at first with my daughter. And I know I started not to feel myself. And it's only because right now, I don't know, I was feeling kind of strange today. And I told my daughter I was feeling strange in my dream. Like, I'm all over the place right now because I feel like I'm literally shaking. But my body is buzzing. I feel my feet buzzing. Like pinprickly buzzing. I feel my legs buzzing. I feel my hands buzzing. I feel a sensation at the crown of my head. And I'm talking to my daughter. And I just told her I'm not feeling myself. I said, I don't want to say I don't feel good. I said, but I don't feel right. And so I got up and I went to go walk in to my kitchen. And it was like as I was walking, like I kind of was holding on to the wall a little bit. It didn't really get so intense until after I heard commonly. It was almost like she called me and my daughter had her on speaker. And she was talking. And as she was talking, I know that how I was feeling, like the sensations in me were getting stronger. And I heard her as if she was transforming, as if she was changing. And it didn't sound like the best thing on this earth. Like, it didn't sound like she was in pain or anything. But it just sounded like something unusual, extremely unusual was happening to her. The only way I can say is like afterwards I went back into my room like I was wobbly and again holding onto the wall, and I felt like I was unstable, and I made it to my bed where my daughter was sitting because she was sitting on the end of my bed with me, and I was leaning, and I started talking to my daughter, and I said, Shalay, if anything happens to me, if I go before you, don't worry, you're going to come soon after. I said, all right. I said, don't be afraid. And if there's anything that happens, something like almost like if she doesn't go, or it was just something I was saying to her. You have Nigel. That's if Nigel, doesn't go anywhere, meaning raptured. And you have your Auntie Sean. I think I mentioned my mom. I can't remember because I'm still kind of shaky a little bit. The way I was talking to her, it was like I felt myself like I was slipping, almost like I was slipping out of my body. And I knew that this was going to be it. That's how I felt. I felt like this was going to be it. And I don't know what to say other than the way I heard commonly. It was crazy. It was, I heard her, like, and it was weird. This was very, very crazy. And I was even thinking of what happened to me earlier in my kitchen in reality, where I was throwing something in the garbage. I had a cup of noodles that I had just finished, and I accidentally dropped the cup. Now, it was only like maybe a drop of the juice that was in it, but it fell at my feet. And when it did, it was a weird sensation on the top of my foot, where along my toes. And I wiped it off, but it was almost like I felt a pin prickly, but I felt like there was a covering over me, like there was something strange going on.
That was the craziest experience I ever had in my life. And I mean that I've never, ever, ever experienced anything like that before in my entire life. And I don't care what anybody says, Jesus is coming. I love you guys. And I thank you guys for watching this video. Be blessed. Love one another as Christ commanded us to do so. Keep it real with one another. Be holy. Be righteous. Be pure. Because Jesus is coming for a holy and righteous bride.